So I've been having a hard time lately with the haters in the piano groups on Facebook. What can I say? They've been giving me a really hard time. They've been really taking me for a ride. Okay. The cyberbullying, it's out of control. It makes me want to quit piano. It makes me want to not talk about piano. So here we are. Now, some of you rescuers, I have to give this speech every time, okay? Because you guys just can't behave yourselves. You can't. You can't just like leave well enough alone. None of you can. None of the haters, none of the rescuers. It's like all of you get off my back. Okay. Let's talk about piano. Let's talk about process versus product. So it's come to my attention that a lot of you are not familiar with the concept of process versus the product. So the process is like what you do to get the product. Now, when you take piano lessons, you're taught only how to create a product. You're never taught about process. And sometimes they'll kind of like, yeah, they'll teach you how to practice. It's not really practice because you're not, oh my God, this is really bad. This is not good at all. We're going to have big problems here. I can just hear it now. I can hear the haters and I can hear the rescuers. I just, for some reason, cannot hear the voices of anybody who gives a damn about anything I'm saying. Okay. Now, Mozart, you say it's like, we're going to just do this. I don't even know what I'm talking about because I can't think with all you people. So you're just going to have to deal with it. And I'm going to be pretty rude to anybody who tries to do anything. Like, this is a Mozart sonata. I don't know what it is. And I don't even know what I'm playing at all. Okay? Now, if I don't have a PhD in piano performance with a full scholarship, then what I'm doing right now might not make any sense. It might just be like really bad. And that's fine, because not everybody, has that level of ability. We can't all be like that. Some of us are just more meager. We have more modest. And what if I don't care that much about Mozart? What if that's just an excuse? And who knows? What is the point? They're gonna have a field day with this, right? They are. Is this disrespectful what I'm doing? Is that the point? Like, I don't know what the point is. Like, can somebody explain that to me? Because I know it's only piano teachers, by the way, that would have a problem with what I'm doing. The average person off the street would have no idea that I'm doing anything wrong right now. And the people in the groups, this would be grounds for getting kicked out of the groups if I were to. So this is just evil what I'm doing. I mean, like how do you respond to this? Like what is there to say? What is there to say about what I'm doing right now? This is like, see, I'm not concerned about the outcome at all. I'm not concerned about the product at all. Only what's happening right now. That's it. It's the only thing that concerns me. Right now. Now, if you're one of the haters on the piano group, by the way, I'm going to get kicked out of the group just for saying this because you're not allowed to talk. Well, there's one particular group, you're not allowed to talk about it. You're not allowed to say anything negative about the group, even if I don't name the group. Just the mere fact that I'm saying something negative about this group is grounds for being banned from the group. When I play the piano now, all I want to do is just like stick it to them. I don't care about anything else. Nothing else. So if you want to master the piano, now when I say master the piano, I'm not talking about what they do when you do a PhD in piano performance with a scholarship. Like that combination. It's the PhD, piano performance, scholarship. It's the Holy Trinity. That is, they're just gonna ban me, right? Like I can't talk this way. That Holy Trinity right there it's sacred, and it bestows upon you certain privileges, but also certain responsibilities, where you can't, like, you have to play the music a certain way, because if you don't, then it's like you are betraying your craft. You're a traitor to the cause of classical music. You know, Mozart is dead. Okay, he's been dead for a couple hundred years at this point, and he can't defend himself. So it's up to those who have the PhDs in piano performance to defend him, and especially the elite guard with the scholarship. Those are the ones that this is all riding on. The rest of us, you know, we kind of have to stay in line. So I don't know this piece. I don't know it. But look, there's 3 beats in every measure, okay? So I just played through the whole thing. I actually didn't play the last couple chords. I never resolved it at the end. That's going to be burned in my nervous system forever. Oops. It's kind of too late because I already stopped, so. But if we go back to the beginning, it's like 3 beats in every measure. So it's like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's a process now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Whatever. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. See, the product is irrelevant. Now, some they're going to say, well, give that person some flack. Wait, flack's a bad thing, right? Right? That's bad. I don't PhD. You actually can get a PhD in piano performance. I'm pretty sure that NYU has a PhD degree. 3. Say it's like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm not counting. 2, 3. 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. They're gonna kick me out of the group just for playing this way, just for making a mockery of Mozart, just for kicking and spitting on Mozart's grave like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. 3, 1, 2. See, I'm playing the whole entire piece now. And all I care about is just this 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Why am I so talented? No, I'm not talented. This isn't what talent. It's just 1, 2, 3. It's like everybody can do that. It's just 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. See, the phrasing is easy, you know. Phrasing is easy because look, phrasing is just like it's like 1. This is just phrasing. That's it. Like they're gonna kick me out for saying this. I know it. They're gonna say this is ridiculous. You can't believe somebody would talk like this. 2, 3, 1. I already did that part, so let's skip ahead. 3, 1. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, if you're a normal piano person, you can't do this. You say that's all you're doing, but you can't help yourself from doing this other thing too. It's fun because look, here's the thing: is that I'm only focusing on one stupid thing. How do I get that? It's just one thing. Mozart speaks through me. Yeah, right. Exactly. Mozart and Jesus. It's the dynamic duo. It doesn't matter, like you do whatever, okay, because you have to start somewhere. So whatever you do, it's like I'm talking right now. Like if you see, it's only classical musicians that have this issue. If you study acting, they're not gonna make a big deal out of this. Okay, they're gonna assume that if they give you lines to read, it's gonna be like, oh, it says, hey there, how's it going? If that's what it says in the script, it's like they're not gonna like, hey, the word hey. It's not gonna be like, well, let's say you somehow don't read it correctly. It's like, and you say, yo, how's it going? They're not gonna stop and say, hold on, you can't say yo because you're gonna burn it into your nervous system. You have to say hey, and we're gonna do it. You're gonna do it 10 times in a row to make sure you got it, to make sure it wasn't just a mistake. Um, they're not gonna do that because they understand that if you speak the English language, then when you're reading a script that's in English, we don't have to pretend that we're suddenly like stupid, that we're suddenly that we're like chimpanzees, that we have to teach sign language and so that they can be in the zoo and they can impress the guests, like, oh look, the chimp can talk. No, it's not like that, because they trust that you are a human being who can speak the language. And so in classical music, this idea is completely absent. So in classical music, it's just assumed that you can't, that you are basically just walking around in diapers for your entire life, and that you are just drooling all over yourself, and that, but strangely enough, even that you have that attitude, but at the same time, every time you make a mistake, every time you do anything that they don't like, then you are accountable for and responsible for it. I don't quite understand how they reconcile that. I don't think they do. And that's probably why they're always in such a bad mood. So yeah, phrasing, it's just super easy because it doesn't matter. It's like, so I'm counting to 3, and just letting my hands do whatever. Yeah, chimpanzees go to war. I don't know, do they? Maybe they act like piano teachers. See, it says like dun 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 dun. It's weird because it has a 3 there, like it's like triplets or something. Oh, I don't know. There's like too many notes there somehow. 1, 2, 3. So this whole entire time, it's like this is practicing. Okay, this is practicing. Side point. Yeah. This is practicing right here. Like, this is it. I can't do better than this. Did anybody hear like that really wrong note that I played there? What does that mean? See, that didn't quite add up, what I just did there. Like, it didn't fit into the beats correctly. I'm not losing any sleep over that. I'll just get it next time, or the next time, or the next time, whatever. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 2, 3. If you think my video on the waterfall technique was bad, I wonder what this is going to look like. I don't know if I'm going to post this one in the group. This is gonna start a serious problem, right? 3. I should though. I have to, because this is real. Like, this is real what I'm doing. This isn't fake. I have to post it. I mean, otherwise I'm just playing into their hand. If I'm going to start acting like a troll, I mean, that's going to prove their point. It's very weird. It's like, I don't know what it is, what I'm thinking of. It's very strange. It's like you start, when I was in college, I was a freshman in college. And still computers there. And we were walking out of the bookstore, and then the police pulled up next to us, and they told us to put our hands on the car and everything. And we had to sit in the car. They separated us, and they basically suggested that we had stolen a laptop from the bookstore. And so we had to, they interrogated us, and we went back to our dorm room. We were roommates. And so, like, they asked if they could search the room, and stupidly we said, yes, sure, you can search the room, which was really stupid because, don't ever agree to a search. Bad idea. But they were really adamant that we had stolen this thing, that they had us on video, and that the guy had the video, but he was at home, and so he was going to come back with the video and prove it, and it was going to be like, we got you. Of course, we hadn't stolen anything, so this was a little bit confusing. They were extremely confident, and they separated us, and they started telling me. They said, they told me that my friend had confessed, and that had, which of course is ridiculous, and I think they told him the same thing. And then they said to me, like, they asked me if I knew, had anything to tell them. They'd go easier on me if I gave them information, whatever. And I was like, I was at this point where I was convinced somehow, like, even though I knew that I hadn't done anything, I still felt like I was withholding information from them, that I was somehow had done something wrong, and that somehow was being difficult, and wasn't, like, just the way that, like, I had been, they just kind of hypnotized me with this. And that's how I feel with the piano stuff. I feel like the way that they have been treating me is like I feel like a bad guy. Like I can't, like just the mere fact that I'm expressing my opinions is somehow, it's like I should know better than to do that. Okay. I never play solo piano. I don't care. So Michael, would you really practice this way? Is this what you like? I don't know. Yeah, because I'm not being graded on it, because I'm not. So it's like, this is because, look, all I'm doing is just playing, okay? And with the pandemic and all, it's like, at this point, it's just like, who cares? Music is stupid anyway at this point. That's how Martin Luther felt when he broke from the Catholic Church. If they get you, they get you. And you don't even know. You don't even know which way's up and which way's down. They're professionals. They know what they're doing. And if you really were a criminal, like, I mean, chances are you probably would confess. I think probably most of them do. Because they're really good at it. they do every day. And that's what they do on the piano groups every day. Like, for me, it's new. Like, this is just the very first time. Like, it's not the first time this has happened, but for me, it doesn't happen every day. Okay, it's like, for me, it's just once in a while. For them, this is their bread and butter. Is this? Should I post this in the group? Come on. I kind of think a lot of people practice the Joker. Wait, what about the Joker? Was that I'm not. Is there another conversation here or? Wait, what's going on here? Field some questions on the waterfall technique. Yes, I would like to do that. People practice just by bashing though, but they won't admit it because they are ashamed. By bashing, like bashing on the piano. Right. Exactly. They do. No, of course they do. I hear them, I've heard so many students practicing, through walls in music school. Like, I know what goes on. I know exactly how they do it. If it's genuine and intention isn't to antagonize them for the sake of antagonizing. Well, the thing is that it's confusing because given that I know it will antagonize them, like if you know that your action is going to have that impact, it's like, and of course they're not going to understand what I'm saying. So from their point of view, it's just antagonizing. And of course they love it. Okay, they're not. They're going to say, well, this is evil. You're horrible. They love it. It's what they live for. The waterfall technique, they just play through. They just play. Well, they don't just play, because when they make a mistake, what do? They pound in the right note. Like, what is this? Fantasy. It's like probably slow. I actually had a student who was really good, and he admitted to me that he just plays the pieces over and over. The mistakes work themselves out. Yeah. Like everybody who does anything else in the world, except for piano. Piano, you're not allowed to do that. But this is how we do everything. You just do it, and it works itself out. I mean, that's what the waterfall technique is. It's just a way of tricking you into just doing it, being willing to just do it over and over and over again. There's no shortcut. The jackhammer method. Yeah, you just do it. Do it a million times. It doesn't matter. Like, like I can't even. Like, cause I just know when I play this stuff, I know what they're gonna say. I'm doing. It's all wrong what I'm doing. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. It's like whatever. I'm just like, there's time. I'm filling up the time by playing the piano. Like, whatever. If I want to learn this piece, then just learn the piece. Like, it doesn't matter. This is not, I'm not causing any problems here. They'll say, oh, this music is so beautiful, how can you not take it seriously? I don't care. It's nothing. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know this piece. What do you expect me to do? Every measure that comes up is a surprise to me. Too many notes there. What's going on here? Yeah, we use there's one part of waterfall method I have trouble with, the part where you start at the top speed of the metronome. This is right. So here's the thing. Let's do it, okay? So there's 4 beats in every measure. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Actually, let me just skip ahead a little bit because it's more interesting here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I have the metronome on, I tried this and had trouble seeing the point. Right. So, and just imagine if you tried it and had trouble seeing the point. Just imagine how much of the point they're seeing, having of course not tried it, just skimming the text post. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So here's the thing: is that you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's how you play. That's easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so that's 129. Now if I make that faster, let me make it slower first, okay? So let's bring it down to 79. 1. So 1, 2, right? 1, 2. Why does that feel faster? I don't know. I wasn't correct somehow. I don't know what I was doing. I don't remember. Maybe I was doing it. Who knows? So it's like here, 49. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So you see, it's just every click. Okay, every click. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, every click I'm doing this. Okay, and then if you go faster, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 1. Okay. That is one, whatever. The point to help see the bigger picture, the longer lines. Exactly. And not just on the paper, but also in your body. So we go faster. It should never become difficult, okay? This is whatever, 152, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. See, pianists are always complaining that they have speed walls, that they go faster, they can't go above a certain tempo, whatever. So if you do it at 208, just go faster. You know, let's go. So we'll do that, okay? This metronome on that thing goes really fast. My handheld one here only goes up to 208, but let's all do 208. So really fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody should have trouble doing this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do, then you know what to practice. It's not hard. You'll get it. You know, take a weekend and spend 4 or 5 hours figuring out how to do 1, 2, 3, 4. This. Just that. Okay. And then you do it on the piano. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. So if you're telling me that you have tension when you play, if you're telling me that you have speed walls when you play, meaning you can't go above a certain speed, if you're telling me that you have, whatever, like none of that, I don't buy any of it, because I said 208, 208, 208, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to injure myself here. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Could I do it at 104, clicking every other beat? Exactly. You could do that too. And so it's like, there's the click, and there's also the rate at which you're dropping your arms. Okay. So you could take this, and what I was just doing there was doing 208, and I was dropping my arms on every single click. But I could also do it where I drop my arms every other click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So now I'm doing every half note. 1, 2, 2. So it's like 1, 2, every other click. 1, 2. So it's like 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Is that right, what I'm doing? 3, 1, 2. No, that's not right. That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the one. Something about fast clicking. I hate the fast clicking. Okay. You hate the fast clicking, but that's you should do it. You should learn to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So it's an exercise. So some of those people, some of those idiots are going to say, Michael, but you're not with the metronome. Michael, you're not doing the correct beats and all. Yeah, exactly. That's the point. See, that's what I need to practice. Okay. That's not the starting point. That's the finishing point, is getting to a point where I can be with the metronome. Like, these idiots do not, like, I've stated this very clearly in my blog, like 500 times. It's not that I've not said this. They don't want to understand. And so they're going to say, okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now, but see, you should do it fast because of precisely what I just said. That you have to, like, it's the stress. Like, it's not. This is the fundamental problem. I don't know what to call them. The I don't know, the piano mafia, the piano, like, I don't know. They're just like the piano, I don't know, Inquisition, like they think that the idea here is that you're trying to learn something. I don't look at this as an issue about learning. I'm not trying to learn anything. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to clear out the cobwebs. Okay, like it's the stress that's the problem. It's not the learning. So because they're starting from a different point. They're starting from the point that the idea here is to repeat something, that you want to find the correct thing and then repeat it enough times until you've learned it. That the piano high priests. Yeah. I don't care about repeating anything. What I'm trying to do, again, oh my God. You just cannot have a conversation with these people. So, it's not about learning. Okay. Oh, we're not going very far with this, are we? Because they're not. Who knows? Who knows how many people are even gonna go on this trip? I don't know. But the reason that you go fast is so that you can get rid of the stress, so that you can just. It's not about learning, okay? This is why, because you want to get to a point where mentally you can handle this. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? Yeah. You know, and then once you get there, see, the idea is that you go fast, you bring it all the way up, and then you get to where you can, like, you're letting go of weight as you go higher. Okay, you're getting rid of baggage, the luggage, like you're tossing it off the airplane. And then once you can go at that tempo, like that's the thing, is you bring it up to 208, you're going to be really stressed out and tense. You should be. And then your task is to figure out how to let go of that weight. So play it a couple times at 208, play it just once. I mean, this is just the strict version of it, which is supposed to be idiot-proof. Then lower it. And then do it again. One, two, three, four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then lower it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then lower it again. Lower it again. Lower it again. Lower it again. See, I'm not in sync with it. So you gotta get in sync, that's the point. It's an adventure, okay? The idiots are not gonna do it. Hopefully you will do it and go on the adventure and see what happens. It's very interesting. Lower it again. See, it's a journey backwards in time. Like, literally, you get younger. See, what am I doing right now? I'm not playing anything. See, nothing's happening. Why are my hands doing? That's the kind of thing that comes up. You gotta, like, come on. You gotta figure that. Like, you gotta, like, learn that. Why? Why am I not just, like, right there, at all times? I don't know. Why didn't I do 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't know. I'm not going to blame myself for it. It's like a mystery. It's like, what? I wonder what just happened. Like, what's going on? Because you got to understand that in order to play the piano, you have to like lift your arms up first. You can't just play down. Like you have to play up. Like the piano, like I don't know what to call them. Those, I'm just going to call them the idiots, the haters. They think that you only play down. They think that the only thing that happens, like they don't understand that there's stuff that has to happen in between the notes. Like your body has to do stuff. And it's not just your hands, it's not just your arms. It's like your entire body has to do stuff. No, the key isn't going to go down. And so they don't talk about any of that ever. None of that ever gets discussed. Which is fine in some sense because it's hard to discuss it. It's very complex. But you can't ignore it. Like that's what your practicing should be, is you should be spending your time there. Not on the notes. Like this is easy. Come on. This is easy. What's written here. The hard part is the other stuff. Now, of course, the way that the piano, the haters, the idiots, see it is that they have this idea that there's talented students and untalented students. And the talented students are the ones who just do things automatically, correctly. And the untalented students are the ones who, well, they might be lazy, they might be unmotivated, they might just not be working very hard, might not be following directions, they might be disrespectful, they might whatever. And that is the problem. So they're willing to just say, if there's any problem with what's going on, they're just going to say, oh, the student is lazy. The student is disrespectful. Therefore, we don't even need to even talk about it, think about it. But you have somebody like me, I am lazy, but I am disrespectful. But it's not because I haven't tried, okay? Like I try very hard to be respectful. I try very hard to be hardworking, very hard to be disciplined, and it just never works. None of that ever works. And so, that made me very depressed for a while. And then it's like, well, like you can't, like this organism here is just fundamentally broken. So I can't I can't do anything about that. That's not going to, can't fix that. It's not like I can just send it back and get a new one. Just have to kind of just deal with it. Like I can sort of play the piano. Like sometimes things work. So like, what are we going to do? Just throw the whole thing out? Like, why not just try to somehow make the most of it? So that's kind of where I'm coming from, which is a different place than most piano teachers are coming from. Because if the piano teacher receives an organism that's broken, they'll just say, no, you know what? You're broken. And it's your fault. And so get out of here and find me. Well, they usually won't kick them out. What they'll do is they'll say that stuff to the student, and then they'll go on Facebook and start bitching to the other teachers about the student. And they'll blame themselves for it too. And so 142. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's hard to do this while talking because it's hard to give good demos of this kind of thing. I guess it is. I don't know. Should I put this video in the group? That's the question. Like I should, right? Like what's the answer? Like this is gonna it will get me kicked out of any group I post this in, right? Like won't it? So you just go slower, okay? That was 142. Let's bring it down to 123. Let's bring it down to 94. 2. Look at that. See, it didn't do 1, 2. It didn't do that. wouldn't do it. Thanks, Angela. I will do it. I'll do it. It's going to happen. I'm going to do it. I have to. Like, I have to. I have to live the part, you know? If I believe, I have to do it. Like, what? I mean, what else am I doing here? It's not, I mean, I look at that. See, now it's working. There's one group I'll get kicked out, of course. But I have to get kicked. I can't just live in fear of that guy, you know? We all know who he is. And once he kicks me out, then I will name him by name. I'll be public about it. That feels great, okay? That's like, everything just, it's like, there it is. That's the one I was looking for the whole entire time. Lower it more. Oh, and it stopped again. You see, I went 1, and I was wanting it to go 1, 2, but it didn't. My hands didn't do it. Why? It didn't do it. It didn't do the next beat. 1, 2. There we go. 4. You can't see it, but I can feel it inside. 1, 2, 3. There it is. 1. But see, look, it's not playing the left hand, all those notes. They're not coming out. Why? I don't know. I don't know. But Michael, aren't you paying attention? No. No. That's not the point. The point is to make this easy. Slower. See, the slower you go, the more you can see, the more detail you can see. See, sometimes they say things like, well, playing slow is different than playing fast. Not if you practice this way. See, the whole point of this is to meld the two together. See, the kind of tension that causes pianists to freeze when they play, they're playing slowly. Because of the way that I'm doing this. There it is. See, it's like there's a groove that you get into and you find it a little slower. See, there it is. You know, why didn't I play the second beat? Because after I played the first one, I didn't go back up. I didn't go up in time. So it's like as soon as you play that first note, you have to go back up right away. Now I'm ready for the second beat. I wasn't ready before. I just went down and stayed there, and then the next click happened, and I wasn't ready to go. There it is. Easy. And now watch, I guarantee you, when I play 10 clicks faster here, watch, it's going to work. I promise you. Even though I didn't practice it, I promise you it's going to work. Watch. How is that possible? What? How did I didn't even practice it. See, that's all you do. It's super easy. I can't deal with those people. But I'm going to deal with them. It's going to happen. And hopefully, I hope one day, in a far distant future, somebody who's not a piano teacher, or if they are a piano teacher, they're not in the group for the purpose of being a piano teacher, you know. Piano teacher, you know what I mean. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people who teach the piano. Listen to my 4th podcast episode, I think. Why I hate piano teachers. And I do hate them. This is not an attack on piano teachers. Piano teachers aren't smart enough to understand that. I'm not attacking them. This is comedy. This is an artistic statement. Okay. Any other questions? They are absolutely looking for a reason, and we'll give them a reason. Why not? You know, it's win-win, okay? They'll get their reason. They'll kick me out. You know, I'll feel validated. They're idiots. And I'll go on and find another place that's more receptive. And eventually we'll narrow it down. We'll get rid of all the places that are not receptive. And what will be left is the audience that I should be serving, which is probably not that group, which is run by that particular tyrant. Not naming names, but I will once I'm out of the group. Okay, thanks for watching.